Nah, it's Follow the Bulldozer Day. You're good. It's my homage to the man, Nick Gage. So warm up for WSU, tag match with Addy Starr against Dickinson, whoever he has as his partner. And then good old 8-man Survivor Series 89 classic tonight at the Dub. But I still don't get as nervous as I do any other place except for CZW. Whole different animal, whole different beast. Getting ready for the Dub and preparing and just kind of first show, August 2002, no excuses at the arena. It was like I was 13. You know, I had other aspirations at the time. Like I played basketball in high school and I was real big basketball, goal oriented. But come 2007 was when I first initially started training and had matches all that year. My first match, good friend from high school, Dave, would drive up from the shore up to Philly once or twice a week, and that's when we started, you know, taking our initial bumps. And they were my first introduction to meeting people who were actually in the business.
First time I ever really met him was when I actually tried out for the academy in 2006. You know, he's been a lifelong fan, and this is really the place where he's wanted to be, and for him to finally get in and, you know, be in a locker room, I think.
I like Matt. I've never met anyone that doesn't. He's a guy that I really enjoy talking to because he legitimately seems to care what you have to say. I'll always be appreciative to him for having a good match with me there and helping me get a job.
I met Matt a long time before he actually got into the business. What he does big, he does outside of the ring with his promos and the way he carries himself, the way he...
Character-wise, what I can do to add to the match when the crowd's dead and bring him back up, just little things like that, and then you gotta do that, or just, you know, that's when injuries can happen. And I knew this could be that one big break. And June 2011 at the arena, hopped the guardrail from the very corner I used to sit in, and debuted it against Pinky Sanchez. So I came in and I was right into the mix, thrown in with the big boys. TOD, I worked Necro and Masada, two of the best in the game. You know,
all he does is want to like fucking help me out. He's the fucking best, man. Best tag partner I've ever had.
I pride myself and strive to keep everybody safe.
You know, if you're gonna wrestle Tremont, you're gonna watch Tremont. He just has a really good connection with the people. They relate to him.
Matt is that he's always been very humble, and that's a word that gets thrown around a lot. That many people. His face emotes very well to a crowd and to a camera.
I haven't regret anything I've done, any kind of ridiculous bump. I've been talked out. A great guy and a good dude, and you know, you can have a good conversation with him. And I always try to look out and pick his brain because he's very knowledgeable in the sport. My biggest thing with Masai was just earn his respect because I know how seriously he takes the hardcore genre. And knowing that I'm main eventing my first CZW show 4 months in the ECW arena, and big test. So it just makes me cherish that one day I had with him, mean even more. In the bed attacks and the bed of nails, which my fucking foot wound up going through, and the nail went through my boot, and he was like, I knew you'd make a kid. One day you'd be here. And that was pretty cool. And then like CZW's will always be my home. My big brother in real life, we're not that very close, so I consider Danny a big brother. And to be able to go in the ring and interact with the ECW guys I watched growing up for the first time was pretty surreal to me because they saw I practically died, got taped up, was bleeding profusely everywhere, came back out and finished the match. Nick Gage was, who I invested in as a fan growing up, who made me want to buy a ticket and go to CZW. I'm facing Alex Colon, Biff Busick, who I'm a fan of, and hopefully get to, tangle with him a little bit tonight, and tag with Greg Excellent and another guy, and I'm looking forward to it.
He's passionate about wrestling. He's passionate about the business. But it's not to a point where he thinks he's further along than he is. He still has a genuine connection with the crowd, the way he does, without saying a word. I mean,
it went really good, and the crowd was really into it, and they're just everything we did out there. They're very receptive to. So just being able to go out there twice today, have the fans be very receptive, and put on 2 good matches, I'm very happy with. So I'm trying to hold down fucking a lot of food or blood or whatever's going to come up, because this pancreatitis stuff is
Yeah,
It's got the best of me. Ulcers don't help. I got 5 stomach ulcers, the size of my palm.
And like from the time Matt started up to now, he's got better and better. Tremont established himself as a great promo guy.
DJ finally got the victory I wanted, and then fires me on the spot. And my partner wound up being a nice surprise in the original Gangsta New Jack. I don't want to be bitter so young in my career, and I'm just it's like, boss, I found this kid, man, and it's like if you and Nick Gage had a baby. That's Matt Tremont. So,
when you want a guy that's like, I want to be in this company and bleed yellow and black, Matt's that guy. Matt would do anything. Whatever you want, boss, is what he'll tell me. To him, being here is the biggest thing.
Going to Disneyland, I dreamt about fucking reenacting Lobo and Zandig and coming off the top of the cage, and I'm gonna do, and do my best and represent, CZW in whatever they give me to do. And so, I don't shoot needles in my arms. I don't, do anything like that. And I felt it was the best thing for myself. I wouldn't want to put anybody else in harm's way. I guess what sits at the house means a lot to me, and it's one of those sentimental things that, you kind of cherish and look at every day. So that it means something to me. Whether it means that somebody else, don't matter. I look at that, proudly. Started this year in January, ran our second show in May. And you just, 2 guys with a vision that, kind of just want to put our product out there. And if John Zandig has one more in him, I would love the opportunity to go in there with him. It's old school CZW, new school CZW collide. I think it's good business. Necro Butcher told me, you make it in this business, and same thing with Drake. You make it in this business when you fly on another man's dime, and I've been able to do that, several times since the last year and a half, 2 years, and. The fans, I can't thank enough because you've been more supportive than anything, and have made me who I am, and continue to support me, and I appreciate it. And without you guys, there is no us.